Now, a new public health order for Dane County. What's changed?
Plus, restaurants in our community continue to struggle. We're sitting down with local owners to hear the problems they're facing.
Milder temperatures this morning and warmer highs this afternoon. All the numbers coming up.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us. It's December 16th. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Some promising news for Dane County this morning. A new health order is in effect that has loosened some of the restrictions.
It's thanks to a significant decline in reported cases in our area. This new order now allows for indoor gatherings of up to 10 people, outdoor gatherings of up to 25. That's a change from November's order, which banned indoor gatherings and limited outdoor ones to 10. At that point, the 7-day average number of new cases a day was 487. As of today, that same number is 171.
It's exciting. There's hope. We have a new year. We have vaccine coming, and we're not quite there yet. So please continue to wear your face coverings, keep your distancing to the greatest extent possible, limit your gathering size.
Public health officials are stressing the situation is still severe, and to keep that in mind, especially when you're planning for the holidays. This new order runs through January 13th. Now, across Wisconsin, the state counted 3,700 new COVID cases yesterday. 55 more people died, and there were 184 new hospitalizations. The state's positivity rate dropped slightly. It's now at 27.5%.
The first patient from St. Mary's in Madison sent to recover at the state's field hospital is sharing his story. This is Sherman Martin. He is 70 years old, and he was determined to beat COVID-19. He's now recovering at home after about 10 days combined at St. Mary's and the field hospital near Milwaukee.
The nurses there were wonderful, too. They are very, very well trained and experienced people that are working there. Being away from home, you know, it's always a little bit hard, but I adjust pretty easily.
Restrictions on who can stay there. The state has loosened some of the guidance to make it easier. So far, the field hospital has treated about 150 patients.
A Wisconsin manufacturer is helping to move the country past this pandemic. Menasha-based Durafiber is playing a silent but critical role in helping distribute the shots across the country.
Part of the reason our substrate was chosen was due to the fact that the vaccine has to remain cold and is being used with dry ice in shipping.
Durafiber is supplying multi-ply laminated paperboard. It's a key part of the packaging because it helps regulate the temperature of the vaccine. The company says they're proud to play a part in this major step to end the pandemic.
Health officials could approve a second vaccine for the virus by the end of the week. FDA leaders say Moderna's candidate appears to be very promising. An advisory panel is sharing briefing documents ahead of that meeting. Those documents confirm that Moderna's vaccine is 94.5% effective. The document also details the safety profile of the vaccine as favorable with no specific concerns. The FDA will meet tomorrow to discuss issuing the vaccine authorization for emergency use. As vaccines are being approved and distributed, more Americans say they want it. A new survey from the Kaiser Family Foundation says most Americans say that they will, quote, definitely or probably get a coronavirus vaccine. 71% of those surveyed said that they would either get the vaccine or were likely to. That's up nearly 10% from September. Black Americans and people living in rural areas are the group showing the most hesitation about getting the shots. Here at 6:03, checking in with Hattie McLean. How's that forecast looking, Hattie?
Not bad, Chris. We're actually a little bit warmer today than we were yesterday, so I think everyone's going to welcome that change. The big question looms, though, will we have snow on the ground on Christmas morning? Will it be a white Christmas here? Well, looking back over the last 10 years, it seems that we ever have a lot or a little snow on the ground. And we've had several years with absolutely no snow on the ground on Christmas morning or just a trace. Other years, more than a half a foot of snow on the ground. So it's either one or the other, not a lot of years in between. Officially, to have a white Christmas, you need 1 inch of snow on the ground on Christmas Day. We definitely have that across most of southern Wisconsin right now, although the forecast going forward does have milder temperatures, so we are going to see some melting. And Mother Nature not going to provide us any new additional snow, really, Our Future Track snow accumulation map from today through December 25th shows you that snow accumulation for the entire state is going to be pretty light over the next couple of weeks. So not a lot of additional snow, not many opportunities to shovel going forward. Here's a look at what we have on a wider view this morning. A storm system passing to our south, keeping clouds in the area and an easterly wind, but we're going to miss out on the precipitation from that system. Outside of a few flurries coming off of Lake Michigan today, that's about it. Skies will stay mostly cloudy through the day. Here's a closer look at temperatures early this morning. Madison's actually at 20 degrees. Janesville is 27, so quite mild there. In the Dells and areas to the north and west, temperatures have dropped back into the teens this morning. There is a little bit of a wind factor in today. It'll stay from the northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Look for quite a few clouds through the morning hours. Temperatures by lunchtime slowly climbing through the 20s, close to 30 by noon today. There may be a few breaks in the cloud cover here and there, but they're likely going to be pretty short-lived as we go through the afternoon. High temperatures, though, will at least be in the lower 30s. Clouds return again tonight and will stay relatively mild with nighttime lows in the low 20s. Here's a look at that extended forecast. We do climb at or above the freezing point then for the next several days through the weekend into the start of next week. There are chances for snow in the extended forecast on Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, Hattie, we'll keep an eye on it. Thank you very much. 6:05 now. Madison's restaurants are struggling. That's no secret. It's a problem we've continued to highlight during this pandemic, but we wanted to hear from the chefs themselves on what it's like to fight to survive right now. We sat down with the owners of 24 of your favorite Madison restaurants to hear their stories. When we asked businesses to talk to us about this, the number of folks willing to step up and talk was pretty telling, at least to me. So I want to take a minute and name at least a couple of them for you. I think I wrote down about 20. It's Cooper's Tavern, Ancora Coffee, The Plaza, Sardine, Gates and Brovie, Salvatore's, Pig in a Fur Coat, Merchant, Lucille, Dottie Dumplings, The Old Fashioned, Harvest, Cadre, 107 State, Madison's, Morris Ramen, Crescendo, Gibbs, Grandpa's Pizza, Liliana's, and the Roman Candle. And that's really just a fraction of the restaurants in our area who are struggling during this pandemic, and especially during this winter. Now, I want to take a second to thank all of you for taking the time to talk to us this morning. And I want to start with Chef Dan Fox from Heritage. What are you experiencing right now? What's it been like to try and run a restaurant during a pandemic?
It's been miserable, the bottom line. It has been beyond challenging. It's just purely not sustainable at this point. We went from turning away folks at 7 o'clock. I've been, forever grateful about that. Town doing 3 tables on a Friday. We've had to pivot nonstop, to keep money coming in and especially keep our employees going. And that's really the most important thing right now, is to keep as many people with us as possible. My employees is what makes Heritage Tavern. And without them, I'm not Heritage Tavern. So that's my biggest focus right now. And it's really about building that awareness to the community that we will not survive without your help at this point in time.
So I know all of you have a story about how you're trying to manage right now. All of those stories are deeply personal. Patrick DePula, I want to ask you, you have both Salvatore's and Dark Horse, and I know I've talked to you before about the tragedy you and this community has experienced already with the Sun Prairie explosion, the historic flooding, both 2 years ago. I guess, how does this pandemic compare?
The main difference is that during those other catastrophes, there was a way forward. There was always the hope of insurance on the horizon, or community support, or some direction from the municipal government. So the unknowns were manageable. Today, the big difference is that we just don't know. We're not receiving leadership from the federal level, and each one of us is essentially on our own to try and figure out how best to manage through this crisis. We're seeing a record downturn in income at all of our restaurants, which is making things critical. So I really think that the biggest difference is that, we're in uncharted territory. And it's that feeling of being alone and without support that is the most disconcerting.
So So that right there is just part of a really heartbreaking conversation we had with these folks. We're going to keep that conversation going tomorrow. They're going to tell us how many restaurants might have to close their doors next year and what you can do to help out. The answers, Chris, to both of those questions might actually surprise you.
And what I think a lot of people don't realize is the ripple effect that this will have on the community. You know, Dan Fox, the owner of Heritage Tavern, he's got a couple of different food businesses. He's got about 100 employees, and he only has a fraction of those right now. And so each of those faces you just saw, which again, like you said, only represents a fraction of the restaurant industry in Madison, all have just an army of employees that would normally be getting paychecks right now. And you got to realize too that a lot of those businesses, if they haven't been around for more than a year, that they're not eligible for some of the PPP that other restaurants have been getting.
Yeah, and Dan Fox is just one example there. We talked to Tori Miller, who owns several restaurants in town. We talked to Chef Dave Heide of Liliana's, who, as our viewers know, has done so much for the community in his own personal life. And Patrick DePula of Salvatore's we talked to there. He has donated, 10,000 meals to the community while he himself is struggling at his restaurant. So these people make up the fabric of our community and of the county's economy. Really important to do what you can to support them. So we're going to continue to highlight how you can do that this holiday season. Every day we're spotlighting some of our favorite spots that you can help save. Today, that's Dottie's Dumpling Dowry, downtown Madison. Most famous burger in town. If you haven't been there, it's delicious. They're really trying to push their gift cards right now, so you can go to their website, scroll to the bottom to order one, or just give them a call and they'll run it out to your car. Now you can find all of this information up on our website, along with a list of other restaurants that could really use your help. Just search Holiday Helpings on channel3000.com.
6:11 is your time. I'm Josh Ryder working from home. Let's take a look at your first warn traffic maps right now on this Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Happy hump day if you're just joining us. Across southern Wisconsin, we're not seeing any major issues out there. Zooming into Madison right now, closer look at the metro. You can see a couple of brake lights along East Washington Avenue. The Breeze-Stevens Field area just east of downtown, but other than that, we're looking good. Your metro area speeds looking like this, around that speed limit this morning. So moving along just fine on this Wednesday. That's your first warn traffic.
611 crowded stores are considered a high risk right now. Next, the changes they're making in hopes of bringing you back.
Plus, the roads and skies will be less crowded this holiday season by quite a bit. We're going to tell you just how much travel is being cut by this year. That's after the break.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
Ladies, check it out. So strong, so not ripped.
What are we talking about?
That's the Hefty Ultra Strong bag.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Give me the bag.
Get Hefty Ultra Strong at a low price.
I got your back, you got mine. Think about you all the time. Together we can come through. That's what love's made of. A little taste of home is worth sharing.
At American Family Insurance, we've always protected more than what you drive. We've protected and supported the dreams that drive you. Right now, that means extending our 10% savings on auto premium for all current and new auto customers through March, so you can get a little closer to your dream. Whether your dream is discovering new roads and new limits, or supporting that dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Protect the people in your life from COVID-19, you help protect everyone in our community. Learn how you can stop the spread at dhs.wisconsin.gov/COVID-19.
We're going to find the perfect treat.
We're going skating. We're going to Nana's.
Wherever you you go this holiday, Chevy can help you get there.
Which is why we're making our Chevy employee discount available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more. So wherever you go, happy holidays from Chevy.
Use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get over $5,800 below MSRP on this Equinox. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Fearing's Audio Video Security have a team of experts to guide you in choosing the right technology for your business and home. Then we custom design and install easy-to-use solutions to advance your business, enhance your home, and simplify your life. Check us out at fearings.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Welcome back. 6:15 now. With coronavirus cases still rising across the country, including here in Dane County, the CDC has labeled shopping in crowded stores a higher risk activity.
At the same time, those business owners need customers to come in. Christina Laurie shows us some of the changes to help stores survive.
Now that the shipping deadline has officially passed, to order online and get your gifts by Christmas, your best bet may be heading out to stores in person. Luckily, all across South Central Wisconsin, you don't have to look much farther than your own backyard. And for Madisonians, that means heading out here to State Street. So, Tiffany, you join us this morning. You represent downtown Madison. Thank you for talking to us.
Yeah, thanks for coming downtown.
So this is a great stretch of a street. You have shops of all different areas, and they've made really, really instrumental safety changes. What have they done to keep shoppers safe?
Absolutely. So you're right. It's 6 to 8 blocks of wonderful shopping, dining, and a little bit of experience along the way. And all of them have put new safety precautions and safety measures in place.
What are some of those?
So, absolutely. You are going to see some lines outside, but they're going to be marked with X's along the spot to keep customers at safe distances. They're going to keep capacities low so that you can enjoy the shopping without bumping into each other. And almost every one of them is going to stop you at the door with hand sanitizer. So you'll be safe that way. And as you check out, there's those plastic screens in many ways, or contactless payment. They're working on it. Now, even better is if you wanted to call ahead and make arrangements, they'll do curbside pickup for you too. So if you're really concerned, we've made the arrangements.
And they've had a really rough go of a year. So we're going to talk more about that coming up in our next half hour. But for now, Tiffany, thank you so much for talking to us. And as we mentioned on our show yesterday, there's a fantastic website where it's actually kind of the Amazon of Wisconsin's local businesses. So I put a link to that under today's story on our homepage so you can find out where to support your local shops.
All right, thanks, Christina. Let's check in with Hattie McLean, who's tracking your first warn forecast. Hey, Hattie.
Good morning, Chris. We're off to a much milder start this morning. Take a look at the difference in temperature from today to this time yesterday. We're running about 5 to 15 degrees warmer than we were in most spots. Watertown, though, almost 20 degrees warmer this morning. Here are the actual numbers. 26 in Watertown, 20 here in Madison, down to 13 in the Dells, and we're seeing a few more teens on the map to the west. Platteville and Prairie du Chien now at 19 degrees. Here's a look at wind chills. Wind chills are likely in the teens in most spots, but again, that's still warmer than it was yesterday. Wind chills will rebound back into the mid-20s this afternoon. So it is going to be a little milder today. Here's a look at your school day forecast. If you are virtual today, the forecast looking good for any time outside. Again, it will be pretty cloudy through the day, so don't plan on a lot of sunshine, but at least as we head towards the afternoon, our temperatures will be getting back into the 30s. We're staying just below the freezing point here in Madison today. But speaking of ice, when are those lakes going to freeze? Coming up in the next half hour, we'll talk more about the lake ice situation here in Dane County.
Dad, I hope you're listening. All right, Hattie, thank you very much. 6:18 now. The Christmas tree controversy at the state Capitol building continues to grow this morning. 2 state Republican lawmakers put up a second tree less than a day after the first was removed. The original tree was put up on December 1st, even after a permit to do so was denied. The lawmakers who put it up refused to take it down or move it to a different location by a Monday deadline, so it was removed. Now those same 2 Republican lawmakers have put up a second tree. They say if this one is also taken down, additional trees will be supplied. AAA is projecting a nearly 30% drop in holiday travel this year. It shows many Americans may be listening to advice from the CDC not to travel over the holidays during the pandemic. AAA predicts nearly 3 million Americans will fly. That's way down, almost 60% down from 2019. About 81 million people will travel by car. That's down a quarter from last year.
Trending now, the 2020 class for the Library of Congress National Film Registry is here. The annual list elects to preserve films the library deems historically, culturally, or aesthetically significant. Some of the movies inducted this year include Shrek, The Dark Knight, Grease, and The Blues Brothers. This year's selections also include a record number of films directed by women and filmmakers of color, with 9 directed by women and 7 people of color. All right, still ahead for us at 6:19 this morning, bringing the holidays to your charcuterie board, the latest trend in food and decorating.
And coming up in our next half hour, we're learning what it will feel like when we get the COVID-19 vaccine. We'll talk to one of the first healthcare workers in Wisconsin to get the shot. That's still ahead.
Very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? There's a nice little present.
Come into Rubens Furniture for our year-end clearance sale. Rubens actually has furniture in stock for immediate delivery. Rubens can help make your home brighter and warmer this winter. For almost 90 years, you've let us furnish your homes, and it has been our pleasure to do so. Thank you for supporting us over the last 90 years and especially this last year. Come visit us at our downtown or west side store today. All of us at Rubens wish you a happy and healthy new year.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stained caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this holiday season, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. And people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? There's a nice little present.
We're back at 6:23 on this Wednesday morning. Shannon sent us this picture of a winter wonderland in Mazomanie. Just a beautiful shot, Shannon. Loving all these snowy pictures this week. Thanks for sending this in. What does your morning look like? All you have to do is take a picture and send it to us using the hashtag MyNews3Morning. We'll share them around this time every morning. Well, charcuterie boards have surged in popularity this year, and they're no longer just basic trays of meat, cheese, and other savory snacks. Take a look look at this new trend, guys. Social media users have made a festive holiday twist, creating charcuterie wreaths, where the usual ingredients of cured meats, cheeses, fruits, and spreads are arranged in a wreath-like shape on a cutting board. Now, this particular one right here uses goat brie, truffle gouda, salami, prosciutto, pomegranate seeds, cranberries, star cookies, and rosemary and sage. Of course, the wreaths aren't the only holiday design that people have come up with this year. Some are shaping their charcuterie boards into Christmas trees or candy canes. Now, I have gotten big into these charcuterie boards this year. It's been kind of like our Friday night date night thing, trying to try different things. Now, Leah, I think this is right up your alley. I know you love some cheese and meat.
You know I'm a meat and cheese kind of gal there, Josh. I am constantly making charcuterie boards anytime, well, when we used to have people over pre-pandemic times. And I have always been in charge of making this for Christmas. But I've never made it in the shape of a wreath. And I recently purchased a rosemary bush. We'll see how long I can keep it alive, by the way. But that would be neat to sort of line it with rosemary. Chris, you think I can pull that off?
Oh, of course you can. I think you would make an excellent charcuterie board. Those things can get really pricey, though, when you talk about all that expensive meat and the cheese and like the time you put into it. I don't know. I'd love to try some of yours if you made some.
I'll socially distantly drop it off outside of your office, the bunker in the back.
Just leave it on the doorstep.
In the back, yeah, you're welcome. Hattie, you want a piece of my meat and cheese board?
Yeah, I would definitely not turn that down. Any shape that it takes. Big fan of the charcuterie board. Someone that probably doesn't care, though, is the cat in our pet walk picture. Can you find the cat? Thunder in Baraboo. Just making himself pretty happy in that display, the Christmas Village. Thunder's probably going to be taking a nap there again today. 30 degrees with cloudy skies. That is the forecast for today. At least we're starting off on a milder note this morning. We do still have quite a few clouds in the area here in southern Wisconsin this morning. Outside of a few flurries today with that northeasterly wind off of Lake Michigan, our forecast is once again dry. Temperatures, though, starting in the 20s and teens across southern Wisconsin, so at least it's a milder start. Here's your extended forecast. We're heading into the 30s for the next several days.
Thanks, Hattie. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit MGE2050.com.
Family traditions mean a lot to us Wisconsinites, especially this time of year. And as we come together to celebrate the holidays, we're reminded of another tradition. Planning your family's future with EdVest, Wisconsin's 529 college savings plan. The end of the year marks the perfect time to review your higher education savings goals, make a contribution, and prepare for a 2020 state tax deduction. So as you turn the calendar ahead to next year, you can feel proud you're planning a promising future for your family with EdVest.
When you put money in a big bank, there it goes. But when you keep your money at Associated Bank, it gets invested close to home. It might become this family's renovation or help this little one's college fund. It could build local business or your favorite neighborhood spot. Because when you bank with Associated Bank, your money works in your community. All you have to do is make a simple choice. Send your money there or keep it here. Associated Bank. Your money works here.
Needed Relief Day Spa and Wellness is a place where you can relax, be pampered, and revitalize your life in a safe and tranquil environment. Our guests' safety and comfort is our top priority. Revitalize yourself at Needed Relief today and give the gift of wellness to those you love with a Needed Relief gift card, available now online. It's exactly what we all need. Needed Relief Day Spa and Wellness, Madison's world-class wellness spa.
Hi. Think you're managing your moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease?
Are you okay?
I did. But even when I was there, I never knew when my symptoms would keep us apart. So I talked to my doctor and learned Humira is for people who still have UC or Crohn's symptoms after trying other medications. And Humira helps people achieve remission that can last, so you can experience few or no symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, remission is possible.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit mge2050.com.
A new emergency health order in effect in Dane County right now. What this means for you as you get ready to start your day.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. This morning, there are some looser COVID restrictions in Dane County, but county health officials don't want you to let your guard down.
A new order is in effect this morning as of 12:01 a.m. It runs for about the next month. You'll now be allowed to have up to 10 people over at a time, 25 if you're outside. The county's previous order had banned all indoor gatherings. Restaurants can still only offer indoor dining at 25% capacity. Stores limited to 50%. Gyms will once again be able to offer indoor classes. Those are also limited to 10 people. County health officials say the new guidance is partly because of how much lower our 7-day average of new cases is. When they issued their last order in November, we were seeing an average of 487 new cases a day. Now we're at a third of that. That matches a statewide trend with positivity rates on the decline. There are still 44,000 people with active cases across the state.
At UW Health, Dr. Jeff Pothoff says there are a lot more smiles and high fives going on there as the hospital continues to vaccinate its staff with Pfizer's vaccine. He says when it becomes widely available, 70 to 80% of people will need to get it to help create the artificial herd immunity everybody's been talking about. Until then, he says we need to keep wearing our masks and stay socially distant to prevent the virus from spreading further in Wisconsin. And Dr. Ann Sheehy was one of the first at UW Health to get vaccinated. She's been on Madison's Magazine's top doctors list multiple times, and she is joining us this morning live to talk about getting the vaccine. Dr. Sheehy, how are you feeling this morning?
I feel great. No symptoms at all, no fevers, no muscle aches, headache. I feel really good, very optimistic and hopeful.
Can you describe the process of getting vaccinated for our viewers?
Yeah, so it was a typical vaccine, got scheduled like we would normally, except this time we had cameras and fanfare. I've never been so excited to receive a shot in my life. It's really the hope that we needed, and so there was a handful of providers that did get vaccinated on that first day to kind of work out the kinks in our processes, but it was just a really exciting day for all of us.
Did you know you were going to get it?
I did. They had asked a few people that had been frontline providers if they were willing to get the vaccine on our first day, and so obviously I'm very willing to do that, and was thrilled to be one of the first at UW Health.
Frontline workers are rather overwhelmed right now and have been for months. So when that vaccine arrived, how did it affect the mood inside the hospital?
It was amazing. Our group, I feel, it was almost like this celebration, this overwhelming sense of relief and hope that we've been looking for so long. I think the amount of just human suffering and loss and sadness we've all been firsthand witnesses to this year. This gives us hope that there is an end to that and the suffering that our patients and their families have felt this entire year.
So UW Health is not requiring the staff to get the shot. Are there people there who don't want to take it?
I'm not, I think it's a personal decision for people, a confidential decision. That said, I don't know that there will be people that that I work with that don't want the vaccine at this point. I think in general, our group has been extremely excited, and everybody has been wanting to schedule their first shots. So I'm hopeful that as healthcare providers, we will lead the way in showing the public that this is really important and that this is safe. And by being the first to get this, it not only keeps us safe so we can continue to care for patients, because we have a long ways to go still with COVID, but it will also reassure the public that this vaccine is safe and something that they should want to receive as well.
Dr. Ann Sheehy, thank you so much, and everyone at UW Health for what they're doing right now. Ann got the vaccine, and she is reporting no symptoms and says she is feeling fine this morning. Thanks, Dr. Sheehy.
Thank you so much.
6:34 now. Milwaukee County, hard hit by the virus, is looking forward to the spring this morning. That's when county health officials say they expect everyone who wants a vaccine will be able to get one, as long as there aren't too many hiccups along the way. This is a similar timeline for Dane County and the rest of the state. First vaccinating healthcare workers, then nursing home residents. If the FDA approves Moderna's vaccine for emergency use this week, more people could get vaccinated faster. And once you get that vaccine, you could get one of these, too. These are vaccine stickers, kind of like the I voted stickers you get at the polls. The CDC hopes they'll have a similar effect in encouraging others to get vaccinated. Research shows visual displays of public health measures are a good thing, from normalizing getting the flu to wearing a mask to prevent spreading COVID.
I do my hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
I can't sing like Lizzo, so I won't submit you to that pain. Healthcare workers at Boston Medical Center feeling good as hell this morning. This video of employees dancing to the hit song by Lizzo is going viral online. BMC was the first hospital in that state to get the vaccines on Monday. They'll start administering them tomorrow. Hattie, you got a good voice? You want to try singing that song for me?
No. That song sure makes you want to dance, though. Gets you up early in the morning. Great way to start the day. Let's take a look, though, at some ice statistics. Normally this time of the year, we're watching the lakes freeze over. Mendota typically freezes over right around December 20th, and Monona, typical freezing over yesterday, December 15th. So we'll see where we stand this year. No ice just yet, as we've had some pretty mild temperatures. Last year at this time, the lakes were still open. At least Mendota was still open. Lake Monona froze over on December 16th. It opened again a couple weeks later and then froze again on January 12th. This, again, right now, we have just a little slushy ice on the lakes, but really, when you look at the forecast going forward, it is predicting milder than normal temperatures for much of the upper parts of the Midwest and northern plains. So our chances for that lake really solidly freezing over are pretty slim over the next several weeks. Our current conditions, definitely cold enough right now to make ice. 20 degrees here in Madison. There is a light northeasterly wind, but it's not sending any wind chill into the area. That wind is at 3 miles an hour right now. Here's a look at our current temperatures. We're at 27 in Janesville. That's the warm spot this morning. Platteville and Lone Rock and Prairie du Chien are all at 19. And in the Dells, you're down another degree to 12 this morning. All those numbers, though, are warmer than what we had yesterday at this time. Winds have let up just a little bit. A few spots reporting a wind chill. It feels like it's in the teens in some of those areas. Our future track forecast model shows you mostly cloudy skies this morning. We're going to keep a lot of those clouds through the day today as temperatures slowly climb through the 20s. It is going to be a little warmer this afternoon with highs reaching the low 30s in most spots. Now, you may see a few flurries today or even a few breaks in the cloud cover, but I don't think those breaks are going to last too long today. They'll quickly fill back in. Heading into tonight, more clouds in the area with seasonal temperatures as lows drop to around 20 degrees. Here's a look at your extended forecast. We are a little milder going forward, though. Daytime highs at or above the freezing point starting tomorrow through next Wednesday. So some of that snow on the ground is going to melt over the coming days. We have a few chances for flurries here and there, and then maybe some light snow leading up to Christmas.
All right, Hattie, thank you. We're following breaking news at 6:37. Within the last 20 minutes, the Packers have announced they will cover the cost of body cameras for the Green Bay Police Department. The total donation coming out to nearly $4 million for the technology and the training. In a statement, the organization says it is committed to using its platform and providing resources to help the community achieve racial equity and social justice. They hope the body cameras will help police do their jobs more effectively and benefit the local community.
The deadline has now come and gone for guaranteed ground shipping delivery by Christmas, but you can avoid any extra fees or delays altogether by shopping local.
Yeah, that's especially important this year since hundreds of businesses across Dane County have closed, including more than 24 on State Street. Our Christina Laurie headed downtown to find out what the future of that street might look like.
Hi guys, we're back out here on State Street this morning talking about the importance of shopping local with Tiffany from downtown Madison. Tiffany, these businesses all along State Street have had a rough year to say the least. What are the numbers? I know you've been keeping track of how many, unfortunately, had to close.
Yeah, it's been a really rough year for all small businesses. It's been especially difficult downtown on State Street. We had 153 businesses as of June 1st. We've unfortunately had 31 of those businesses announce permanent closures. And we have 14 of them that have launched GoFundMe campaigns in hopes that they will make it through and be here on the other side of the pandemic.
And another way to support them besides just donating directly to their GoFundMe pages is to actually shop at them and get something.
Absolutely. I mean, really, it's easy to support our local businesses. They've put in place measures so that you can do so safely. You could actually just shout out to them on Facebook and social media and tell them you're thinking about them. Or you can shop that way too. Call them up, Instagram, email, all the mechanisms are available to reach out to our small businesses and make sure you support them.
And Yelp reviews also can go a long way.
Absolutely. If you wanted to provide a positive review or a share of your experience with your network of friends or your circle of friends, that means a lot to these small businesses right now.
Absolutely. And hopefully folks at home can use this next week as an opportunity to get out here safely. Many of these businesses have put new safety measures in place, and we've outlined those actually in the earlier half hour of this show. So we'll post that on the website so you can know that you are safe when you're coming out here to shop small and shop local.
Thanks, Christina. So the website Christina referenced is mainstreetwi.com. And again, we have a link to it posted on our website, channel3000.com.
So like Tiffany mentioned there, those Yelp reviews can go a long way. Tonight, local businesses will be rewarded for their good reviews at the first Madison area Yelpies. Other cities around the country have had this annual tradition for years. It's a way to recognize the best and brightest in the Yelp community. Think Oscars, but a comfy holiday edition in your best holiday outfit. Madison's is happening over Zoom tonight at 7 p.m. In between announcing awards, you'll also have the opportunity to get to know more about local businesses.
And it's really about building that awareness to the community that we will not survive without your help at this point in time.
That right there is the message from the chefs and owners of more than 24 Madison restaurants as we approach the holiday season. We sat down with them for a pretty frank conversation on the state of your local favorite spots and what you need to do to ensure they'll last into 2021. We featured that at the top of the hour here. It's part of a three-part series, a commitment on our part here at News 3 Now to spotlight what these restaurants are going through. You can catch this first part of the conversation over on channel3000.com this morning, and you can hear from chefs Tori Miller, Dave Heidi, and more. That's coming up tomorrow morning on News 3 Now this morning. And as we continue to spotlight some of our favorite spots you can help save, today it's the Plaza. They're still offering carryout and delivery this morning. The iconic tavern also launched a GoFundMe to try and survive this winter. You can find all of this information along with a list of other restaurants that could use your help. That's up on channel3000.com.
All right, let's take a look at the roads right now on this Wednesday morning as we pull up the first warn traffic maps showing no major issues out there across much of Dane County at this hour. Right now, if you're hitting the road, we are moving at posted speeds all across southern Wisconsin. That includes Rock County as well. Your drive times around those posted speeds this morning. Let's take a live look outside right now at 6:42. A little milder today, not by much, but a little bit better. And we can expect a couple of flurries as well. Hattie's going to have details coming up in her forecast. But first, another reason for you to be proud of our city. Madison's making a new list that'll get you in the festive spirit this morning. We'll talk about it when we come back.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields online. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Hurry into Fleet Farm to get the best deals of the week. Save big on things like all men's Field and Forest shirts. 30% off our low fleet price. Whole cashews or deluxe mixed nuts. 1 pound bags, only $5.99. And select Cooper tires. Buy 3, get the 4th free. Plus, enter our snow removal sweepstakes for a chance to win a 24-inch Husqvarna snow thrower. See store or visit fleetfarm.com for details. Fleet Farm. We've got you covered.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship. Dedicated to being the best. So when you need a plumber for an important upgrade or 24-hour emergency service, call RHD. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises with the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing. Proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Oh my Mom, I'm finished. We pray each day. May you come home and be okay. For now, we wait for you to come
Happy holidays and happy savings at the Brothers Maine during our Happy Holiday Savings Sale. Give your home a little love and give yourself more big savings on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We're making the holidays a little easier with up to 18 months of 0% financing and the convenience of expert delivery free. You get more for the holidays at the Moore store. Happy home shopping, happy holidays, and happy holiday savings from all of us at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
To the thousands of Herzing University nursing and healthcare alumni, for your tireless commitment, and to all of your brave colleagues across America, we say thank you.
I'm possible at Herzing.
We're called Firstborn Weather for a reason.
Our Firstborn Weather team has been bracing us for this snow chance now for the past 10 days.
And when the winter storm hit,
this has been the zone that's likely to get the heaviest snow.
Our team kept you informed with the area's best coverage. Trust the Firstborn Weather team on News 3 Now.
At News 3 Now, the FCC allowed us to boost the power of our broadcast signal. If you watch us using an antenna, you may need to activate the scan function on your TV menu to rescan available channels so you can continue to enjoy News 3 Now and CBS programming. Please rescan your TVs today.
Welcome back at 6:45. Christmas is considered by many to be the most wonderful time of the year, but in 2020, it may be one of the most stressful times. Madison, though, is apparently taking the opposite approach this morning. The capital city has been named one of the best cities in the country to celebrate Christmas in this year. That's according to a new study by Wallet Hub. Madison comes in 19th overall, but #1 for availability of highly rated takeout or delivery food, and also first in terms of online giving per capita. I love to hear this, but it's no surprise. Madison loves to help out each other. We're such a giving community, and guys, I think like with our takeout, everything this year, it's been a hard year, but to hear something like this, it definitely hits home, and I think it just goes to show how much we need to support each other right here in the capital city.
Yeah, it's so important right now, isn't it? I mean, we've been talking all morning about the struggle restaurants are going through right now. We want to make sure these restaurants are around for the next year, so shameless plug here. If you're in the giving mood, if you want to uphold Madison's name as one of the most giving cities, get takeout this holiday season. Help save our restaurants.
Yeah, I really hope the story encourages people to get takeout, because those businesses, those restaurants that make up our community really need it right now. And if you're still thinking about some last-minute gift ideas, get some gift cards. Send those to your family and friends.
Great idea. All right, 6:47 now. Let's hand it over to Hattie McLean with a look at our first warm weather.
That's right. Well, I had to show you this picture. I did a double take yesterday looking out the window into my backyard. That's another 8-point buck in the backyard, right in the real Hattie-O patio, middle of the day. This picture was taken at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He stayed for about 5 minutes drinking from the pond in the background there and eating some of my bird seed, so helping out the wildlife as well. Take a look at our conditions this morning. It is cloudy this morning across southern Wisconsin, so we're not looking at a lot of sunshine just yet. Have seen some clearing take place within the last few minutes in far southwestern Wisconsin. As far as precipitation is concerned today, outside of a few flurries, we're looking at mainly a dry forecast. At least it's a little warmer today than yesterday. Temperatures are pretty close to 20 degrees in most locations this morning. It'll be a slow climb with those clouds today, but we should reach the low 30s later on this afternoon. And of course, it's Wednesday, so it's never too early to look ahead to the weekend. Here's that weekend forecast. Haven't really made any changes, so we still look at a chance for flurries Saturday morning. The rest of the weekend will be dry with high temperatures in the middle 30s.
All right, thanks, Hattie. 6:48. Stick around. The morning sprint is coming up after the break.
But first, it's December 16th. We want to say happy birthday to Molly and all the kids turning 3 today. Happy birthday, Molly. Thanks for celebrating with us here on News 3 Now this morning. We'll be right back.
News 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Plan a perfect staycation at the Madison Concourse Hotel and Governors Club. Bring the family to enjoy our indoor pool or reconnect with the couples getaway in our Governors Club, serving complimentary cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, and breakfast. Gift certificates are available. Visit concoursehotel.com.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour. There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
At American Family Insurance, we've always protected more than what you drive. We've protected and supported the dreams that drive you. Right now, that means extending our 10% savings on auto premium for all current and new auto customers through March, so you can get a little closer to your dream. Whether your dream is discovering new roads and new limits, or supporting that dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
So, how's saving for the renovation going?
All done.
I will never understand how you do it.
Easy. She saves with BMO Harris. We give you a cash reward for every month you save.
So BMO will give me cash for saving money?
You bet.
Can the subject hold position 2, please?
How's this?
That's art.
That makes saving look good. When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. Get a $5 reward every month you save $200 or more in a new BMO Statement Savings account.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies.
That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will enable veterans
to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me. So help me God.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
Plan a perfect staycation at the Madison Concourse Hotel and Governors Club. Bring the family to enjoy our indoor pool or reconnect with the couples getaway in our Governors Club, serving complimentary cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, and breakfast. Gift certificates are available. Visit concoursehotel.com.
Don't miss the year-end clearance sale at Rubens Contemporary Furniture.
Welcome back. 6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Public Health Madison-Dane County's new emergency health order is now in effect. It'll last 2 weeks into the new year. So you'll now be allowed to have up to 10 people over at a time. So a limit of 10 people to gather indoors, 25 people outside. The county's previous order banned all indoor gatherings. Restaurants can still only offer indoor dining at 25% capacity. Stores are limited to 50%. Gyms will once again be able to offer indoor classes with limitations.
The Madison School District is down to 3 options on how to return for the spring semester: staying virtual, sending K through 2nd grades back, or sending everyone back. You can tell the district what you'd like to see from them for the spring semester tomorrow when the district holds a live event on its Facebook page. MMSD promises families they will know what the plan is by January 8th. Snow days might become a thing of the past. A new survey from Education Week finds more than a third of district leaders across the country are converting snow days to remote learning days. Another third are still considering it. USA Today reports Green Bay is one of the schools cutting that tradition.
Healthcare workers are starting to get vaccinated for COVID, and some are getting these. Check it out. These are vaccine stickers. They're like the I voted stickers that you get at the polls. The CDC hopes they'll have a similar effect, encouraging others to get vaccinated. Research shows that visual displays of public health measures are a good thing, from normalizing getting the flu shot to wearing a mask to prevent spreading COVID.
Congressional leaders are still trying to reach an agreement on a COVID relief package this morning. Democrats want aid for state and local governments, while Republicans want businesses to get liability protections against COVID-related lawsuits. The group hopes to have a deal in place by the end of the week to attach a government spending measure to it. That spending package needs to pass by Friday to avoid a government shutdown.
U.S. officials believe that Russia is behind recent hacks targeting multiple U.S. government agencies. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Agency is issuing an emergency directive for agencies to stop using software from a third-party company called SolarWinds. They think a bad update allowed hackers to access data from the Homeland Security and Commerce departments. It's also possible the Treasury Department and the U.S. Postal Service were hacked.
President-elect Biden is filling more positions in his cabinet. Former campaign rival Pete Buttigieg will be his transportation secretary. Former Michigan Governor Jennifer Granholm will be nominated as Secretary of Energy. Biden has said he wants to make all of his picks by Christmas. A life sentence commuted. Myron Burrell is out of prison this morning thanks to a decision by the Minnesota Board of Pardons. The 34-year-old spent 18 years in prison after being convicted of killing an 11-year-old with a stray bullet in 2002. He'll serve 2 more years on supervised release. Burrell was first convicted in 2003 and then again in 2008. The first verdict had been thrown out and he was retried.
A Wisconsin family says they're being unfairly punished for a minor slip-up while traveling on Spirit Airlines. Chloe Kostelik says that a flight attendant asked her to fix her face mask while on a flight from Fort Myers. She says she pulled it over her nose and figured that was the end of it. The flight was in November, but then this Saturday she says she got a letter that notified the family that they had been banned. Our affiliate in Milwaukee has sent a message to the airline to ask what they reported, but haven't heard back. A video here, kind of sad to see, the former Ella's Deli building being torn down. The business closed in early 2018 after being open for more than 40 years. Epic Systems bought the famed carousel that sat outside. The building has been empty since it closed, so developers decided it was finally time to go so that they could build something else on the plot of land on East Washington Avenue.
Final look at traffic right now on this Wednesday morning. As you head out right now, we're not seeing any major issues across Madison at this hour. If you are driving into Dane County, we're moving along just fine at posted speed, starting to see a couple of slowdowns and even a stalled vehicle in the Middleton area on the Beltline. No delays right now, though. That's your first warn traffic.
And your first warned weather starts with wind chills in the teens in most spots this morning, although in Madison it feels like 9 degrees right now. High temperatures today will at least be a little warmer than they were yesterday, hitting highs in the low 30s in most locations.
All right, folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.